Welcome back to Girl Talk. We're here at Bella Domicile and it is just a beautiful day. Some beautiful cabinetry behind us here. But first, I'm joined by Cory and Codey of Madison Glass Academy. And it is so good to have you guys here because this is something just really interesting and something I've always thought you have to be a professional to do. You know, I'd never get the opportunity to ever try this. So first, could I just ask you guys, tell me a little bit about what you guys offer and is it fun?
Absolutely. It's a 1-hour introductory glass blowing lesson or coursework. It's a load of fun. It's a little challenging the first time, I won't lie about that, but we have projects laid out for you that you really have a lot of fun your first time and really understand the flow and function of the glass.
Very cool. Such an interesting.
So Codey, you're one of the head glass blowing instructors there. I'm sure you've had some first timers. How difficult is it? You said you won't kid us, it's challenging, but how hard is it and how are you helping folks?
Well, it's not something that you're going to get overly frustrated by any means the first time. We're going to have a lot of fun, but you're going to see the challenges that you get posed kind of the first time getting on the torch and getting in the flame there.
I've heard that there's a term called free blowing where you are just creating the shape, and then there's a mold type of blowing where you're actually just blowing into a mold and it creates a shape. Do you have both kinds there?
Somewhat. A lot of the mold blowing is soft glass working, but we do a lot of marbles with molding as well. Lots of free blowing with borosilicate work.
Okay.
Very cool. And so maybe for our viewers who aren't familiar with kind of the process, could you just summarize the process a little bit too of how it all works?
Yes. First we have our students come in. We do a brief introduction. It takes about maybe 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then we take turns and we have everybody come back one by one and make something themselves that they can take home.
Very cool. So is it like a long process of when you're actually blowing the glass and doing that whole thing, or is it pretty quick?
Well, we do squeeze everything within an hour, but about 25 minutes each person gets their own torch time to work. And for a first timer, that is a lot of time, and also enough time to get a quality brief introduction.
Sure. And I know you mentioned this a little bit too, but what would you say is, you know, the biggest challenge for a first timer? And, you know, the whole experience is probably a little bit difficult, but what's the hardest?
A lot of the time it's really muscle memory. Getting on that torch the first time and standing in these positions and holding the rod in these ways that you're just not used to, and the depth perception. It's really simple things, but it's things that you're not used to being obstructed by.
So a little bit of a workout too?
A little bit, definitely.
Double whammy. Fun and a workout.
So what tips do you have for people that are coming in and first timers? Maybe what do you wear and you know, have a good meal, I don't know.
Get your protein before the workout.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it does get pretty warm, so I definitely need to hydrate and stuff. Won't dress too warm, but otherwise just bring an open mind and willingness to have fun. I
suppose that's a good point. It's going to get warm in there.
Absolutely. It's a 4,000 degree torch at its most, so it gets a little warmer, but
dress in layers. Who are your new folks? Who have you been seeing? Particular kind of clientele? Anybody, anything?
Anyone and everyone, honestly, from the experienced artist just looking for a refresher course to a fun date night, just looking for something new to do.
Awesome. So it kind of sounds like you reach every age group, every...
Absolutely. Yeah. I've done some supervised with some youngins as well, and they
How
really...
young can you go with?
We've done 16, so as long as your parents there with you, we can do 16 years old, and you know, they get really excited about it. It's so fun to see them on the torch the first time.
Yeah, I bet.
And I know we were talking about too how it's kind of like therapeutic.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least from what I've seen. You know?
I've got a lot of people come in who say I'm not artistic at all, and then they get on the torch and they find a flow.
Wonderful.
And most importantly, they walk out with a final product.
Yes, you get to take home what you make, of course.
Wow. Wonderful. Very cool. Well, thank you so much, guys, for being here. Codey and Cory from Madison Glass Academy. Stay tuned to Girl Talk. Next, we're talking with Contours Lingerie. Stay tuned to Girl Talk, only on Channel 57.